Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the words, although I think the magnitude word is an overrated. I'm a simple mechanical engineer who started my career in the glass industry for 4 years. Then I moved to KMPC, started as a planning engineer, and worked as a team leader for the Corporate Transformation Office for the program management method, and retired in 2014 and joined just 1 year and a half now with the House of Trade engineering and construction company. Today I welcome you for my presentation. Okay. Last year we have been awarded an EPC contract with KMPC. The nature of this contract is called the standby contract. That means you receive a work orders from KMPC depending on the needs of the client, KMPC. We evaluate this work order, estimate it, and send it back to the clients. Clients evaluates also again the work order and send it back to us. If work order is accepted, then we start the work. Our work order, first work order, was the most challenging work order, not only for us as a local contractor, but also for the client, KMPC. Let me just, how do you, just this one? Okay. Let's now present our first slide, the content. We'll go through a safety moment, and then we'll give an introduction, then the scope narratives, and we will talk about the interface for this work order, and some of the constructability challenges that we face. Some of it is general, and some of it is the very major, which is the core of this presentation. And also, we will provide you with the solution that we have selected as a House of Trade to provide to our clients, KMPC. And then we will show you some videos of the selected models that we have presented for KMPC, and also we'll show you at the end of this presentation and real inside pictures of the project. Okay, this is our safety moments. You know, as managers and leaders, we always are confronted with or bombarded with the decision that we have to take on daily basis, but we always have to think to make the right choice, to be convinced with the choice that we make. Also be convinced to convince also the clients. So we have to think, of course, in any model that we have to select, it is safe. That's number one. And at the end, of course, as a local contractor, we always think of cost and the impact of time and all these things. This is the safety moment. Now, let's move to the work order number 4. This is the project layout. This is a replacement in kind. Pipes starting from the Shuaibah tank area till the oil pier, the last berth. Where is the pointer? Shows the pointer? In the top? This one. Here, this is the berth starting here from the tank farm area. This is about 18.1 kilometer. Now, we as a contractor, we have segmented this project into 3 sections. Section number 1 is tank area. It's about 4 kilometers composes of two lines, 30-inch and 24-inch. The Shuaibah area is the second segment area, which is 24-inch line. It's about 6 kilometers. We have just to, this is a single line, although it is a single line, but the number of interfaces with the EPC contractor in this single line, it's immense. A lot of coordination has to be done during the execution of this single line. Now this is actually the most challenging area, which is the offshore area. This is about 8 kilometers. There are 20-inch, 16-inch, and 12-inch. Okay. This 8 kilometers is the most challenging area because of some of the constructability challenges that we will talk about later. Now, this is the scope narratives, as I said, demolishing and installation of black oil to white oil services pipeline. Okay. KMPC had tried, maybe some question will be rising later. KMPC had tried to clean this line many times. They tried with, various cleaning company, industrialized cleaning company, but none of the company assured to them that there will be no traces of any gases during the export. And this is a very important line, which is essential for the CFP projects. This is a transfer line. So the start of the clean fuel projects will be very much also dependent on this line. And I want you to focus a little bit on the duration. Considering 18.1 kilometer in 6 months, this is a very challenging situation where we are facing for this project. Now, this is also just to give you details about the segment and locations. The tank farm is about 4.1. It's about 12,750 inch dia. That's welding. Segment 2 is about 6,000. So altogether, it's 18.1 to 55,000 quantity of inch dia. Now, as I said before, these are the number of organizations that we have to deal during the execution of this line. Okay, the PIC, PAI, in the beginning of this, in the planning phase, we at HOT, it is very essential for us to identify the stakeholder, those who are, impacted by this project and impacted by this project. So we have identified them to make sure that these people will be, coordinated with during the execution. And as a matter of fact, this project is very much dependent on the also coordination, because as you see, there are so many, a number of organizations that we had to deal with. Okay, now I will bring you some insight of the, constructability, general constructability challenges that we are familiar with. Maybe some of the local contractors here also are familiar with, but it's just to bring you to the condition that we are facing on daily basis. As you see now, it is a very hazardous area, very congested. Okay, some very old valves, very limited spaces. Okay, limited space, I said, even to place your welding machines and some other equipment. Here, as you said, very congested, some old, some oil sludge, maneuverability is a very low for the workers to work. Okay, number of valves to be also removed beside this line. You see, these are the general constructability challenges that we are facing on daily basis. Okay, you're lucky to have an environment like this now. This is an open, so it is not so bad, you know, to work in. Okay. These are some of that I just want to share with you. Now we'll come to this major constructability challenge, and it is the high-level identify risk in this project, which is, this is the road which can take only maximum load of 5 tons. That's if you are bringing a boom truck, for example, it's very traffic. You can only use one car to demolish 8 kilometers and reinstall pipes in this road. So, considering the 6 months, it is a big challenge. So this is one of the high-level identified risk, and the main core of this presentation also that you will see later. Again, now these are a little bit of details of all the areas in terms of length of pipes to be cut and to be transported. Just let's focus on the offshore area, where it is the most challenging area, and you can only cut 6-meter pipes. Okay, so with all these details, so this, as I said, the high-level risk has been identified. It will impact the cost and time. These are a little bit of detail to share with you. This is the time impact. Number of pipes is about 1,332. Number of trips with the constraint that we have for this road is about 800 trips. So you can do only 3 trips a day. That's your best you can do. And this will lead you to almost 1 year. Now the scope, of course, you're cutting 6 meters. You cannot cut more. So there will be an increase in cost, about 40% we evaluated in the fabrication and fitting and welding and inspection. Now also, the other also major constructability challenges is the bad weather. We are working in the offshore area. We are using a vessel, a barge. Okay. As of today, actually, 90 days has been elapsed. We only utilize this vessel for 48 days. So the rest is lost days. Lost days because of the bad weather, as well as some of the cargo, you know, which have to be loaded with the products in the berth, you know, and for shipping, and you have to stop the work. So KNPC have approached us for, you know, first, this project was supposed to be done in 1 year. So we evaluated to do this project for 1 year. All of a sudden, KNPC came to us and said, we want you to do it in 6 months. We were really surprised because it is not even, you know, 15% of the total, you know, time. It is almost 50% of the total time that we have to do this project. So we start really searching for the, you know, latest state-of-art construction management service to provide us with the following, you know, to be able to see a future real-time visual simulation with the Gantt charts, including cost and resource information. This was very important for us. Also to be able to test the sequence and alternatives visually in the low-cost, low-risk planning phase. In the planning phase, we wanted to be able to test these sequences, to be convinced first and to convince the client later. Also, to be able to identify and manage all this material, because we are hiring very expensive equipments, barge, it costs a lot, and some other equipment also. So we need to be able to manage this material and to optimize on this material, and at the end to generate an accurate, visualize effective plans and reports clearly and communicate this with all the stakeholders. So we have set these as our points in HOT. Then we have approached our consultant, which we have appointed for this project, and we render the service of the project management service established in Los Angeles to give us this visual construction management in 4D to be able to overlook of these projects from the top and see what ways that we can think of, a creative way that we can provide a good solution for KMPC and to be able to meet their expectation within 6 months. Okay. Right now, I will show you the model, the first model that we have selected as per the first, work order, which was allocated for 1 year. Okay, and I have one video here, which I will show you. Yeah.
The first one.
The first by the vehicles, yeah. Now, the first video will show you if we work by the vehicle. You see in your left side, all these colors, appearance of profile, will show you exactly, all the activities, the pipe support, the laying, fits and welding and inspection and hydro test and the touch-up. Okay. You will see the movement. Okay, and here you will see the elapsed time, okay, during the execution of this project. Of course, this project is not only, this model is not only animation. This is a Gantt chart. All the resources and the execution plan are loaded into this animation as if we are working at site, okay? And we brought this model to KMPC, and we have shown them that this is, how long this will take. Okay, so by using this model, we have came to know that the first model will take us to a 1 year, which was not accepted by KMPC. Then we start thinking again. We asked the solution provider, okay, to have another planning session, a brainstorming session, to give us, a better, solution where we can meet, the client time. So I'll take you to the second. This video is not finished yet. This is by the vehicle. As you see, the barge movement. So this will, is it repeating again or? So basically will take almost 1 year. Now let's go to the, let's go to the, by the ship. Now during this planning stage, when we were sat with our engineers and the client engineers, and we have a brainstorming session, this visual animation will give you an oversight for the project. So it's really, it opens your mind to think of maybe outside the box solution or something that can really help you. So now we brought this solution. What we've done, actually, we said that we are not going to use the vehicle in the road. We are going to use a tugboat instead along with the bar chart, barge, sorry. All the demolished pipes will be transferred to the tugboat and will be transferred to the port instead of going back to KMPC from the first video. Now we will take, sorry, this is the barge, this is the tugboat. We'll take all the demolished pipes and we'll take it to the port directly. So this will give us at least a very good time saving for this project. As you see now, maybe the time is almost half of the. Now, in the last video, I will show you a quantitative comparison between the two models in the Gantt charts, where you can see the impact of cost and time for both models. Can we? Yeah. Now here you see this is the Gantt chart for if we use the tugboats, and this is the model where if we can use the cars. And the difference in time and cost is very high actually. Now, time here is almost double the time here, and the cost is more. Cost here is less by almost 1 million KD. Now, these are the Gantt chart. So these are all these Gantt charts are resource loaded and everything. Okay, so I think let's go back to the presentation. Okay. Now, I will also bring you an insight live pictures from as a result achieved from selecting this model. As you see now, this is the barge, this is the tugboats. This is the tugboat. As you see, the length of the pipes is more. It's not 6 meters, it's about 15 meters, some of them, and to 12 meters, which save time. This is through the port, as you see. And you have to work very safely, of course. Alhamdulillah, so far, no incident, nothing, not even a drop of oil, because this is the offshore area, so you have to be very careful also with KMPC, HSC rules and regulations. So all of that we have been meeting. And thank you for the listening. And if you have any question, most welcome to ask, and I'll be able to reply for you.
Thank you very much, Engineer. We have a huge round of applause for that. Any questions, any comments on this? Who's going to ask the first question to Engineer? We have a huge round of applause for Mr. Singh first.
Yeah, I'm Arvind Singh. I'm working for Kalihari Graphic, which is basically a steel fabricating company. Mm-hmm. My question is, you just said that the savings by SIP, the alternate program model which you sold, was about 1 million KD.
Yes.
So is that a secret, or you passed it down to KMPC since it is a maintenance contract?
So already been awarded so there is no secret anymore. Where is the secret?
So it's all internal.
It's all internal. This is all this information were internal first,
yeah.
and then, we have submitted it to them, of course, the execution part,
Okay.
where, the time is very important for them.
So you're now going to meet the 6 months deadline,
Yes,
almost.
almost.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very
Any more questions, comments? We'll probably go for a break. I think
Thank you.
we'll
Thank you
probably
very
come up to you on a one-on-one basis and ask those questions. But it's 10:15 right now. Let's be back by 10:55 for the next presentation. But once again, could we have a huge round of applause for
Thank you.
Engineer
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Allah.